R.J. Harris lives down south of here. He's going to talk to us a bit about the Federal Reserve for 10 minutes. R.J., thank you.
Hello, everyone. Sovereign Oklahoman citizens. Today I want to talk to you not just about ending the Fed, but what caused it to be in existence in the first place. And what caused the Fed's existence is Congress's abdication of its responsibility over our money and credit. Unfortunately, they began a precedent back in 1913, and even before then, to delegate their authority for things that they were supposed to be in charge of, and then they want to wash their hands of it whenever it starts to go wrong. Now, one of the reasons why this is so bad is when the Congress sets up some type of federal agency, or in this case, a private agency, not even a federal agency, to do its business, then all of our due process goes right out the window. Our ability to hold them politically accountable for the actions of that agency are all tied up with that agency, and the Congress persons can simply pass the buck on what's wrong and why it's wrong. Now, as this applies to other federal agencies, we at least have the opportunity to go through notice and comment rulemaking and have our voices be heard. But when was the last time the Federal Reserve allowed us to comment on one of their meetings, or to comment on anything that they were doing as it was going to apply to our money and our savings? The answer is never. They do not allow us into that notice and comment process. So there is no due process of any kind as it applies to this private, so-called Federal Reserve system. Now, a lot of people say, well, RJ, what are we supposed to do? How are we supposed to run this massive federal bureaucracy if we're not going to allow Congress to delegate its authority for things like this? And my response to that is, there isn't supposed to be a massive federal bureaucracy at all. The federal government exists only to provide for, or to protect our state sovereignty and our individual liberty, and that's it. And so anything that the federal government is currently doing that it might think is a good idea needs to be handed off to the 50 state legislatures out there so they can, under the power of the 10th Amendment, handle those issues by getting with all of you and talking to you, not up at the federal level. And this includes the Federal Reserve. Okay, now, but then some folks say, well, how are we supposed to fix our unconstitutional monetary policy given how far out of control it currently is without crashing the entire economy? Well, my response to that to you today, folks, is we need to start following the Constitution, issue a new dollar backed by whatever gold and silver reserves we have left, and require in accordance with Article 1, Section 10, that the states conduct their official business using that new legal currency, okay? And that currency be redeemable for the gold and silver that it's supposed to be required for, and let the Federal Reserve back their own currency. Propping up their currency isn't your job. It's not our job. It is not the job of the U.S. taxpayer to support and prop up a private currency. So if they don't want their Federal Reserve notes to crash when this new currency gets floated out there on the market, then they need to start taking action with the time that they have left to start backing their currency with a little bit more than just the misplaced faith that people have put in them for the last 90+ years. Now, folks, what we need to do is get out there and continue to do like what we're doing today, to put our elected representatives at all levels on notice that we know what it is that they're doing with our money, that we know that they're trampling all over the Constitution, and that we're not going to take it anymore. Thank you.